Put me in. Coach, put me in.
Alright, here's a video of the remote control and the only light that works on this chair. That's supposed to be a full light up chair. Only part that's lighting up is that little part right here. That's it. The LED on it is not working properly. Alright, so here we have our Amazon purchased LED speaker chair, and I'm getting ready to do a disassemble of the chair to show you how I planned on repairing it. So the first thing I needed to do was I went and bought a brand new LED strip. I got this one from AutoZone. It cost me $20. So this is the new strip that I'm gonna replace the old strip with in this chair. But in order to do that, I got to be able to take the chair apart. So I purchased this for a Christmas gift on Amazon. It cost me like $130, $160, something like that. I put it together. I fixed it. It was easy to put together, easy to plug in, and I noticed immediately that I only had one light working, which was at the very beginning of the LED strip, and I showed you a picture of that at the beginning. I emailed Amazon, the actual seller, and I told them that the chair wasn't working. I wanted to know if there's a part that they could send me to repair the chair, and they offered me in the conversation back and forth with the seller. So make sure you contact the seller. I said, you know, I want to replace. I want you to pick this. I want you to send me the tracking, and I want you to replace the chair with one that works. They offered me saying that, hey, there's no part to repair the chair. Would you be willing to keep the chair and we refund you $60? And I emailed them back. I said, no, I don't want $60. What I want is another chair, or I want, you know, my money back. And they said, okay, well, there's no part for it. We're gonna refund you the money. And I said, well, what about a return package for this, you know, the label to send this back? And they said, don't worry about it. You can keep it. We see that it doesn't work, and you can keep it. It's going to cost us more money to return it than it is going to be worth. So at that point in time, they refunded me my money, and I was able to keep the chair. So me being a Mr. Fix-It, a handyman that can fix pretty much anything, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we plan on taking this apart. So the first thing you're going to end up doing is you're going to go to the back of the chair, and the back of the chair has this seam here, and this seam here is tacked in only by staples, and I've already started on the other side, but we're going to have to take out about 50 staples out the back, and I'm going to show you what I use. In order to do that, I have a set of pliers. I also have a set of needle nose pliers that I'm really using the most of, and I also have my Allen wrench tools to take off the arm. So this is what I did so far. I took the Allen wrench tool and removed the bolt for the arm. So you want to remove that. Here's the bolt here. I just used my Allen key and I just unbolted that and set that to the side. Then I took my needle nose pliers, and I started from the bottom, and I started from the bottom here, and I started pulling those staples. I started pulling these staples out from up under. There's on the lip here. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about up here. So I've already did all of this, and once we get this right here cover off, what's going to happen? We're going to take this all the way off, and we're going to be able to see the LED strip inside, and we're going to replace that LED strip, or maybe even repair. I know how to repair them too. Okay, there we go. Get some lighting here. Sorry about that, you guys. We have staples right there. You see, there's a staple there that I'm going to use my needle nose pliers to get. There's another staple there that I'm going to use my needle nose pliers to get. One there, and we're going to go all the way around, removing all of those staples, because we're going to have to take off. We're going to have to take off this fabric, and we're going to end up putting those fabrics back. So make sure you have a staple gun, which I do. So once you take off those staples all the way around, then you're going to have staples that are actually attaching the fabric here to the wood. And this is just wood. There's wood, there's a metal frame in here. There's a metal frame. This right here is actually just a metal frame. They have it, you know, insulated with some softening fabric, but this is a metal frame. And then there's also a metal frame that the light, the LED light, is encased in some styrofoam, some see-through styrofoam, that the LED light is on the actual metal bar. And you can actually see the LED bar right here. You can see the LED lights and you can see the bar. So we're going to get to all of that, but we have to do that by taking this off. So let's start. This is what it looks like once you get that all done. And now we got to go and get this. Now we have to go and get this row of staples out on that side. So we just removed your speaker cover here. We have 4 Phillips screws that we removed with our screwdriver. Now that I've taken out all the staples that's holding the seat cover on, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back around these edges and see. Oh, before I do that, I still need to take off. These screws are long. Got it out. All right, get this cover off here, nice and easy. Thinking about maybe taking off the top part first, if I can. It is really tight, but hopefully it doesn't rip or anything. Oh, there's the rip. Guess I assumed that was going to happen. Nonetheless, nothing that can't be repaired. So just be careful. Maybe there's another way of doing it. Maybe the sides coming off first. We get off the ones around the edge here as well, which is where the LED starts. We're going to go ahead and pull this cover off. See, and it's really easy to do that. It shouldn't be no problem, honestly. It'll be pretty simple. So we're going to use this cover again to put everything back on. Exact same cover. Okay, so this is the styrofoam cover. Why? They are like, you know what? Bump it. You guys can just keep it. It's trash to us. This is the LED strip that I'm going to replace. And wow, okay, so I don't know if this helps anyone, but as you can see, I just removed the light from the entire chair, the harness that was holding it in with tape and double-sided sticky tape, whatever. And then I noticed that at the end of this, at the end of the cable, there's this attachment that actually plugs into the seat portion that also operates the seat portion of this. Now let me see what happens if I plug it in, because, well, before I do that, so I took my multimeter, right, and the only 2 lights that was working was this light and this light. And there's three copper connectors. Okay, there's 3 copper connectors. There's your ground. There's your 5 volt. That's another 5 volt, but it's really like 4 something. And then there's your ground. So what I did is I just did a couple little quick tests to see like what was it doing, like where's the power coming from, where's the power not coming from, where's there a break or short or something, I don't know. I took my multimeter and I tested. You have to actually poke. There's a very plastic gel-like coat here. You just put your multimeter in there and you push down and you'll hear it like hit the bottom. So I can feel it hit the bottom, and I'll do that also. That's my ground in my 5, and I know that I'm actually shorting out right here, but I was actually testing for voltage. So when I put it on voltage, I was getting 4.4 volts here on my 5 and my 4, which is fine. And then I would come over here and I would test this one as well, and that one was showing like a 0.6. I'm like, okay, it's a 0.6, so that's how this one worked. And these two were working. Then I came over here and I did the next set, which was this next row. I put it in there, I felt it click, and then I put it in here and let it click, and I was getting a voltage meter reading of, actually, right now, hold on. Right now, I'm not getting a reading at all of that one. Nor, okay, there we go. I heard it click because it actually pushes through the plastic and it reaches the copper connectors there. So I'm pushing it through here and I'm getting 3.5 on the 1 and 2, the 5 in the middle. Since none of these lights from this one was working, that one was working, and that one was working, but the rest of these wasn't. So I was trying to figure out what I did. I was trying to figure out like why wasn't anything else working. So what I did was I came to where the first one that wasn't working, right behind the first one that's not working. I did a hole in that one, and I also tested that one to see if it had connections, and I think it showed me 4.5 with the two outers, and then if I did the middle and the ground, I kind of find my little hole again. I do that one, and that one gave me like a 0 reading. I'm like, why is that a 0 reading, right? Didn't make sense, but it was a 0. So what I did is I started making sure my connections were good. So I took this one here and I left it in the middle, and then I came to the middle of the other one and put it down, and then magically the lights came on. Now the lights aren't flickering like the rest of them are flickering, it's just on, but I got them to come on. Like I didn't even change out a new strip or anything, but I got them to come on. It wasn't working. I'm gonna get the remote. Oh, now I wanna see if it actually plugs into, once I plug it into the chair, if the bottom seat lights up the same way. Let's see what happens. So, and this was the reason why, if I was going to change this cable, I would have to also add this to the end of the new one, which means I would have to splice it, solder it, and all that good stuff. But let's see what happens. Okay, so I put that on, and I'm assuming there's supposed to be a light in here, but the light is not coming on my chair. So I got the lights to work. Wow, got the lights to work in the around the head, right around the back. But the lights do not seem to be working when I plug this in to the, oh, guess why? Look, haha. All right, so we got to do a test on this one, because now this strip light isn't getting power. So if it's not getting power to this end here, it's not going to have enough power. It's not getting any power to that. So let's test that out and see if we can get that to come on. And if we can get that to come on, then we might be in business. We'll just let this ride and say, hey, we'll call it a win. So you can see. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna test the first where the solder joints are. See if we get 4.5. Okay, we got 4.3, so that's cool. And let's go ahead and check the middle one. And the middle is showing nothing. Hold on. The middle is showing nothing. We got 4.3 here. So what we should be getting, and I'm gonna go test this one out. So that's my ends. We got 4.3, cool. And then I'm gonna test the middle. And nothing there for the ground. So the ground in the middle is nothing. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. Let's try the other two. Okay. So the 5 in the middle, the one that says 5 volts in the middle is where you get your signal from. So let me see, try this again. See if I get a signal. And there we go, we got 4.3. Okay guys, so after some inspection, I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I went ahead and cut out this section of, which is the very first light that was not working properly. Even when I kind of did like a little unintentional jump, I cut this section out, so it was pretty much like right here, and it was like right here. So I got my scissors and I cut here. Now this part still lights up, see? And this is the part that was lighting up before, but this part is still lighting up. And so yeah, we're still good there. Still has good power. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to strip the plastic away. I stripped the rubber away from the connectors, and I'm gonna strip the connectors away from this part as well. And the way I did that, I kind of just like rubbed my finger right around the bottom, the fingernail right around the bottom, and it kind of peels up a little bit. And then once you get it a little bit, you can kind of just keep going little by little to get to that to the board that you're going to need to know how to solder. So here you go. Now, if you don't know how to solder, now is the time where you're gonna need to go take your little YouTube soldering classes. But what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I can see where I was punching it with this there. What I'm gonna do now, so you got that there. I'm gonna go ahead on and take that off, remove that, get my solder gun and my soldering iron, and I'm going to connect some pieces there. Then I'm gonna connect that again with some glue or something. Maybe I can even use that, heat that up. And so I'm actually gonna cut it a little bit more. I'm gonna get a little bit better cut here. Get right there on those soldering, on those copper ends. So copper end there, and then again right here on that copper end, just a little bit. So what that's gonna do is that's gonna allow me to do a nice soldering joint. Excited about how this might turn out. Let's see, put a little bit of weight there. A little bit of weight there. Alright, let's get your iron over here. Got already nice and hot. I didn't tin anything. I only got tin stuff, but let's just see if we can make this work real quick.
Get in the word every day. Call up the rev and I pray. Can't lie to myself the same way. Texting me, am I alright? Are you straight? I got God, I'm okay. Money don't come right away. Slaving for minimum wage. I keep giving them praise. Notice now we this is safe. Fighting my demons like Blade. God knows my heart is immaculate. Provide and protect for the fam I am hosted. Kill him with love, all else is irrelevant. Jehovah, that's cause he was heaven sent. Switch sides, care less that they hate on me. On the internet. Jesus gang, yeah, cause they bet on me. And I'm into that. Hey. Yeah. We into that.
Alright, let's see if we can make this work.
Hey God. I know it's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. Some of that stuff
There you go.
I ain't into that. Look, let's go. I ain't gonna hold back. Into that. No. God said give me that. Give me. I'm into that. Yeah. I'm gonna go get that. No cap, cause I'm into that. I ain't gonna hold back. I'm into that. God say give me that.
All right, so there we have it. Have it locked in there. Yeah, definitely was playing with that. Going all the way through that, but that's cool. That's why I put the tape at the back. Look like right there. So now the question is, by taking that out, did it work? And I can, before I put glue on it and whatnot, just to cut out. So wow, look at that. Look at that light. Oh yeah, it likes that a lot. That was definitely a bad piece. Let's see how far we go. Let's see how far we go. Let's see how far we go. All the way to the end, baby. All right, let's plug it up into the chair. And let's see if we get... Oh, the chair works now. We did it.
City lights, cool nights, big smiles, grill bright, bags plain, one flight, passports on site. City lights, cool nights, big smiles, grill bright, bags plain, one flight. on site. If you want it, you got it. Let us sign that, come find it. Cause baby, it's all in you. When they see me, they gon' see you. Baby, we together, it's dangerous. I really wanna take you to Los Angeles. I'm the player of the year. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I fly around the world, yeah, just to show you it's you.
Okay, you guys, so I got it all buttoned up. Had to use my Stanley aluminum stapler. This is like a power stapler. It broke. I got another one, so I gotta get the second one. But nonetheless, I was able to finish the job with this. Make sure you have that. I used the staples that I used were my 3/8 universal fit staples that goes to that. So if you have the 3/8, anything longer than that might be too long, might pierce through the wood and poke you in the backside. But as you can see, the chair is cherry. The LED lights are up and running, and again, we did that all absolutely by just cutting into the LED, soldering it, and putting it back together. So hopefully my son enjoys it, and thank you for tuning in. Look, again, I contacted the seller. They couldn't replace it. They refunded me the entire amount for the chair and told me to keep it because they wasn't gonna send me a shipping label for it. And I was like, okay, bet. Tore it open, didn't take but a total of probably an hour and a half. Pull all the staples out, button it back up in the back. I'll show you what the back looks like. Button it all up, and it looks like it never was taken apart at all. But yeah, there you go. Get you a chair for free. Order one, hopefully it's broke, fix it, and you got it for free. Amazon, got 'em.